We are excited that you are in South Shore K-8 tonight for a community conversation. Want to begin the evening, as we do, with a land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge that we are on the ancestral lands and the traditional territories of the Puget Sound Coast Salish people. The Muckleshoot Indian tribe is our treaty tribe in Seattle and King County. The Suquamish Indian tribe is our treaty tribe up to the Elliott Bay boundaries. Seattle Public Schools shares a government-to-government relationship with both tribes. Good evening. It is my proud honor to serve as the brief MC for this evening. My name is Bev Redmond, Chief of Staff and Public Affairs for SPS, and I believe you are in the right place at the right time for a great conversation. Want to do some logistics before we get started. Please make sure, if you haven't done so already, to grab something to eat. Also, make sure you sign in. I believe we have some QR codes and things and a brief survey coming at the end. We want to stay connected to you, so please make sure that you sign in. Make sure you grab food and make sure you're relaxed and ready. We also have interpretation services this evening. And if you are serving as an interpreter, would you stand? Woo, woo, woo. Thank you. Tonight, we are offering services in Amharic, ASL, Chinese, Somali, Spanish, and Vietnamese. This session is also going to be recorded, and we're also streaming live over SPS-TV on YouTube. And occasionally, we will have media present, so please know that if we have anyone from our media community in the space, we will help them get the coverage that they need so that they can portray this event accurately. As we begin, want to make sure that we ground tonight in a few common norms, that this conversation should be grounded in respect, that we focus on our students, and that we assume positive intent as we're having conversations at each one of these full tables. If you are in the front and you turn around, you see the amount of people here tonight. Please give yourselves a hand. And that you share this space with this group of community members here with you tonight. It allows us to ensure that we're hearing from each of you, hearing from one another, and that we are keeping students at our center. Tonight is also about doing better as SPS. Making sure that we are doing our best to connect, form relationships with you, and do our best listening tonight. We want to know what's going well, what's not, and what we can do tangibly to make that different. As we go throughout the night, just in a few seconds, you're going to hear from a couple of people. Our board member from District 7, Director Jen LaValle, is here. Then you'll hear from the principal of this great school, Jershawn Foyston, and then you're going to hear from Ben Schuldiner, our superintendent, who's going to guide us through tonight's conversation. So my job, remember I said I'm going to be the brief MC and give you a chance to have those conversations. So as we're getting started, I would like to introduce Jen LaValle.
I'm just a little bit shorter, so hold on here. Hey, thank you so much for everyone coming out. My name is Jen LaValle. I'm the representative for District 7 on the Seattle School Board. I took office back in December. I live just a few blocks from here, and I'm so proud to raise my kids in this community and have them be able to go to Seattle Public Schools where they're getting just a fantastic education and making friends and living a really wonderful life in this community. I know we've had so much struggle in the past month with losing 2 of our kids to violence in this neighborhood, and I want to recognize that as well. It's been absolutely devastating, and the beautiful thing is to see how everyone has come together to support the school, to support Rainier Beach, to support the kids there. So thank you everyone who showed up who's sent love, who's sent thoughts, and who's really shown up and done the work to protect the kids in this community going forward. I'm so happy to be here tonight, to have all of you show up. Our new superintendent is such a strong force coming into Seattle Public Schools and is ready to step in, really hear what our community has to say, and work to make change so that our students can continually do better and we can do better by them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it back, and thank you so much for everyone showing up today.
Thank you, Jen, for those words. Also, Principal Foyston.
He's running.
He's running? He's coming. Okay. All right, everybody, welcome Principal Foyston as he comes to the podium.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. It's such an honor to have it held here at South Shore at this beautiful building. Always an honor to see the turnout. The South End always comes out to these events and supports our community, and everyone comes out, so I appreciate it. Just, I guess, some small logisticals. If you're not used to our building, bathroom is right around the corner. Food is here. If you are wanting to sit, we set up more chairs and tables in the back as well, so feel free to stand if that's your thing, but we did set up some more tables in the back. Super excited for this opportunity for the community to come out and to be able to speak to the new superintendent and let him hear your concerns for the South End, right? So let's speak up and let our voices be heard here in the South End, and I'll pass it back to Bev.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Foyston. It's my honor at this moment to present our superintendent, Ben Schuldiner, to you. He is a leader that does understand that trust has to be built in order to move forward. So with that, and guiding us into conversation, please welcome Ben Schuldiner.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, we could do better than that. Good evening, everyone. This is a really wonderful, wonderful evening. I can't say this is the first one. We did that last week. But I can say that this is by far more attended. The fact that we are literally packing this in, hopefully the fire department doesn't shut us down. The idea that you came out tonight to be part of this community, and that's what's so wonderful to me. I've spent my entire kind of career in education working with community, being a part of community, and listening to community. And the way that we can do that with so many incredible people is to make sure to give you time for your own voice to be heard. So at every table, there should be markers. At every table, there should be some big notepads, and there should be some small notepads. So what will happen is there should be a staff member at every table. Now, a couple of tables are not as tight, so if you want to just make sure, staff, that you bring people so that there's enough people at each table. I also see a bunch of people standing. Certainly your prerogative. Do what you need to do, but we're going to try to bring in more tables and chairs. There are some chairs and tables here. There's other space around, because for us to be part of this conversation, you want to do it with people. Because there's so many folks here, we want to make sure that everybody has their voice. So what's going to happen is that we're going to have staff members. So all staff, can you just either stand or raise their hand? All right, awesome. Please make sure that we have people. Oh yeah, you can applaud. That would be awesome. They're amazing. Thank you. But please make sure that there are staff members at each table. If there isn't, we will get people there. Now here's how it's going to work. Start with the first question. What's going well? What's going well in your experience in SPS? Then, what's not going so well? And then, what are some tangible things that we can do to make things better? The reason why having this kind of structure can be helpful is we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to speak. We also are not going to sugarcoat anything. Whatever you say, staff's going to write down. If you say, we don't like the superintendent, he should be fired, that'll be written down. It's totally okay. But we want to make sure that your voice is being heard, and then we will share out collectively. The other thing that you heard Bev talk about, please sign up, give us your information, because we want to send you the notes. We're not hiding anything. There's been a lack of trust, I think, between SPS and the community, and the way that we can help engender that trust is to make sure that we tell you what was said and tell you what we should be working on. We also are going to have survey data. Tell us how you thought of this meeting. We can only get better if we hear from you. So again, what's going well? What's not going well? Don't hold any punches. Tell us like it is. And then, what are some tangible things that we can do to make things better? Okay, so with that, Eric, if you could make sure that there's enough staff at each table, and I can see some tables that don't have stuff. If you are standing, again, awesome, but it would be great if you join a table so that your voice can be heard. All right. Oh, I see people hands with the tables. We're all collective. This is amazing. They're one like they need a ticket. This is awesome. So this is community. So everybody come on in, do your thing. We're going to get started. So first question, what's going well? Second, what's not? Third, let's make some changes. Thanks so much. Okay, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful time talking about the district. If you are still on what's going well, amazing. You should probably start moving towards what's not going well. Not that, we don't want to hide anything. So it's about 8 o'clock, so we're going to keep it moving. So if you are, finish up the last couple of things around what's going well, and now start moving to what's not going well. Thank you. Okay, everybody, if you have not moved on to part 3, please move on to part 3. So this is, you can continue on part 2 if there's still a lot more, which is totally fine. But when you're talking about what's not going well, now this is your chance to help solve it. What are the things, what are the tangible things that we can do to make things better? So keep on going. We're going to have another 5 minutes, but then we're going to share out because I want to make sure, and there's a lot of tables, so I just want to make sure we have enough time. Thank you. Okay, the conversations are awesome. It's so wonderful to see the engagement. We're going to take maybe another 2 minutes so that we can have at least some time to share out. Now, any table is allowed to share out, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So 2 minutes, and then we're going to get mics in the audience, and we'll start sharing out the information. Thank you. Okay, so we've got maybe 30 more seconds. Try to finish up the last sentence, respect to the person speaking, and then we're gonna start to share out. So 20 seconds, and we'll get going. There are gonna be microphones going around, and we will start momentarily. Thank you. Okay, so I know that people want to continue to talk, which is amazing. We are going to have 6 more of these. I see people who were at the first one. You could come back. It's amazing. But we do want to be respectful of all the people that are in the room. So if we can finish up and focus, we're going to have microphones going on to each table. If you would like to share, please share your top thing that you want that is going well, your top thing that is going not well, and your top thing that you want to change. But remember, everything you write, we are taking and we are typing. If you want to give 2, it's fine. Just keep it brief because everybody's got time that we want to make sure they're on the mic. So Bev, first up, or Eric, you ready? Go to it.
So are you willing to start?
You guys are ready to go second?
And if we could try to keep it quiet, I know it's a little echoey here, but I want to make sure that people with the mic are able to speak and be heard. Thank you.
Sheets that we wrote the notes on?
Oh, she turned it in for you guys, so you'd be first one. You can just
Great, go to
You
it.
can pick one thing that you guys heard so far that's going well.
Yeah.
Community engagement. She talked about community engagement, and then
Come on, stand up. You're gonna do this one. In elementary, students are learning a lot in elementary.
so
Okay, wait.
you say that, and then we'll pass the mic over
Do I
here.
introduce? Just say it.
Yeah. So you can say the first thing.
Okay, this is something that is not going well. This one. Right? Okay, students need to heal from the trauma, reopening rooms.
Okay.
We just wanted to. We're just going to share quickly what is going well. That's community and excellent teachers.
Am I doing improvement?
All right, some ideas for improvement. Asking the district for a commitment to dual language model. Not just leaving the schools to figure it out for themselves, but committing to a model across the district. And decreasing the dependence on e-tech, bringing books back to the classroom.
Okay, great. So applause for that table. They did what was going well, what was not going well, and ideas. Awesome. Next table.
All right, we're going to come right here in the center. Who is our spokesperson? All right.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Toby Clarkin. I'm a parent at Beacon Hill International School. Here's what we got for going well. If we were to sum it up as one, we're really happy with the staff at the school. I think we support the community members that need the most help really well. And folks at our table are happy about hiring a new superintendent from outside the system.
Yeah, you'll end up hating me. It's fine. But thank you.
What's not, as you heard before, we're worried about programs being defunded like dual language is a big important thing that we're concerned about. And then for improvements, I'll share the one that is a little bit of a lightning rod, but some of what we talked about was reapproaching school closure at a very slow, defined, and engaging pace, because we still feel there's probably a need there. Maybe not the wholesale approach that happened a while back, but given some extreme examples in the district, it probably needs to be looked at again.
Thank you. Big applause for that table. Thank you. Go to it.
Okay, so what's going well is learning math. Students are integrated and there's no discrimination. The superintendent going out into community to listen. Inclusive and good teachers. Oh, okay. I have to say this one because this was the one I was supposed to say. Elementary students learning English fast, and we're doing a good job with their MLOF students. What is not going well is middle school and ML students don't feel like they are learning and it's not a good learning environment. Teachers are not supported. We don't have family engagement. Food is not good. And family engagement needs to be embedded district-wide. And what was the last one? You're going to get me in trouble. I'm sorry. We wrote a lot. It was the last one. What the district needs. It says South Shore is not doing enough to advocate for families dealing with immigration issues.
All right. Big applause for that table. Thank you so much.
Do it. Okay. Good evening. Things that are going well, echoing the staff and the sense of support we receive from school staff and the community and families networking together. What's not going well, I'm going to just do a high-level summary of kind of things that we talked about. Feeling done unto when decisions are made without understanding the impacts to the community and to the students and to the families. Selfishly, because I have the mic, as a parent here at South Shore, just harms things that have happened both with violence, community violence, staff doing bad things, and really no restorative conversation and acknowledgement of what has happened to our students who have experienced those things over the last 2 years. And knowing that that has happened in northern parts of this district, that we didn't get the same support. And then opportunities for improvement is engaging community to better understand when decisions are made or considering what would the impacts of those decisions be. And we talked about engaging students, and students that aren't your usual suspects like ASB and all those, but students who are showing up, going to school every day, and what is it that they need to be successful in school. Did I get it? We good? Some things around dual language too, in curriculum, in dual language. We're said here too.
Thank you. A big applause, big applause. And just as a reminder, as we're handing the mic off, all of the notes will be taken, all of these things will be typed, and then if you have anything that wasn't covered, that's where the Post-it notes are for parking lot issues, because we want to make sure that your voice is heard. Somebody with the mic, go to it.
Thanks. So we had things that were going well, support to school and family after tragedy, some communications around availability of school facilities after hours, like after school hours, and some schools with experience of community organizations and schools working in partnership. And a shout out to the CESFA, the South End Fundraising. Awesome. Things not going well, sort of the opposite. So other schools feeling where outside organizations working in partnership with schools not very welcome, not any after school activities available for the elementary level. 3-minute passing period at Aki leading to a lot of late absences and like marked absent from class. And then just some consistency when decisions are made around like maybe where a kid is going to be placed based on like age and enrollment in school, sort of getting a why. And then things to change, communication and unification of sort of that experience between schools, and not just communication from the district, but from the schools. Like, what is the school strategy for improvement and instruction? Like, where are we? What has our growth been? What do we need to be doing? And dual language in all schools.
Applause. Amazing. Thank you. We're going to try to do 3 more. We're going to try to get it, because I also want to be super respectful of staff because they are here late too, and I want to make sure that, okay, I see hands up. Eric, okay, great. And then we'll go, oh, yeah, go to it, Bev. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Anita Koyer Mwamba. I'm a member of this community. I love this school, and I love my team. And they told me to make sure I follow the rules. So I will follow the rules. What's going great? Folks are relational. The teachers are great. They know the children, and therefore can recommend appropriate interventions for their children. So systemically, in some of our schools, this is working out really well. What's not going well? Systemic incongruence. And that is problematic at the school level. It's also problematic at the district level. So we want to have better communication, two-way communication with families. When you promise something, are you following up? And how are you holding yourselves accountable? There are a lot of details on these. The tangibles, we don't do a good job marketing what's successful and encouraging folks to come to our schools. So we have great programs, nobody knows about them. And so parents are choosing private schools or charter schools because they just don't know what we offer, and the bad news outweighs the good news. Did I do it? All right.
Applause, amazing. All right, James.
Okay. Hopefully I capture what we all said. Folks were happy with the dual language program at Beacon Hill Elementary and Mercer. The teachers and community are positive, and an effort to embrace multiple cultures. What's not going well is, unfortunately, there was too little, too late done. And when parents had asked back in the fall, when incidents were happening, we got a slideshow presentation, and people were furious because community was not engaged. That has since improved, and I feel like there has been an effort by the leadership to really listen to community, because we're all here and we're trying to make it better. There needs to be more after-school programming, especially in the play field over there, where there should be activities happening, not a hot spot where people are afraid to go. There needs to be more accountability for students who have actually survived through a lockdown in pandemic times and are adjusting to the social realities and the demands of academic realities. Tangible ideas for improvement are that we need to reestablish critical thinking, social development, generative conflict, failure tolerance, persistence, nonviolent communication. Maybe we could get some emergency phones for kids that don't actually have phones themselves, and they can call for help if they need to. That's about it, but a lot more.
Okay, it is 8:28. I want to be very respectful to everybody. We have one closing thing we want to do. I just want to make sure that... Okay, sure.
My name is Aaron Murphy Payne, father of Amar Ashawn Murphy Payne, who was murdered at Garfield High School June 6, 2024, during lunch. My whole purpose of being here today is to humanize my son, to make this room feel exactly the human he was and who this world lost. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm not here to put anger. I'm here to be a part of the solution. And all I can offer is my son's life. We're in this room talking about safety because of two things that may have happened that you guys know very well of. And my son is one of them. Before this happened, I was probably like a lot of you guys, I was complacent. I was like, oh, my son's not involved in anything that he loses life over. So that's somebody else's problem, not mine. I'm a Garfield Bulldog. My son's gonna be a Garfield Bulldog. His mama's a Garfield Bulldog. His grandfather on both sides, grandmother, long line of Garfield Bulldogs. That's what I was thinking. Oh, that's not gonna happen to him. So anybody who's in here, sitting here and they got their kids navigating an unsafe environment, thinking that it won't happen to you or won't happen to them, I'm an example of that. Amar was any kid. He wasn't involved in anything that a gun should have ever been placed in his face, and not let alone used on him at school, during lunch, during his free time, on campus. So as long as we keep on disconnecting ourselves from that problem, you're never going to get the solution. We can sit in these rooms and talk about it all till we turn blue in the face. But if you don't have intention to really stop that from happening, then this is useless. As long as you come here and say, all right, that's happening to them, but it ain't happening to mine, you're a part of the problem. And I want to illustrate that to you. Don't be a part of the problem. This room is for solutions. Don't walk out of here being a part of the problem. Don't walk out here saying, oh, reading whatever you see in the newspaper, because in the beginning, they try to dehumanize my son. They wanted you to believe he was in something that he deserved that. But that's exactly, thank you. No kid deserves that. But even in what happened out there, if you read it, they spinning it to make it seem like it's something that these kids deserve. No kid deserves that. So, Amar Ashawn Murphy Payne was a human. He had a bright future. The young men over here, they had bright futures that was stolen. So as long as we sit and keep on arguing about the problem, we are never going to meet to fix it. And I want to finish you with this because I want you to feel it. All I've heard from people that really don't have intent, they listen to me and they go, I can't even imagine. Well, how about we imagine? Stop, pause for a second. Everybody in here, imagine taking your kid to school at 8:30 in the morning and he's dead by 12 p.m. on campus, shot by somebody off campus that don't even go to the school and they're still not caught. Let's imagine that. I don't ask you to imagine that to bring pain on you. I ask you to imagine that so we can meet there to fix the problems. Until the problem is in your household, you won't really care about fixing it. So I just ask you, please. This table had some great things that they written down. I'm sorry I didn't get to those. All you guys got great things that you've written on these tables. Please listen. Please listen. And let's fix it.
Thank you, sir.
I think that deserves a standing ovation. And with that, I want to make sure that we take that we have to imagine and we have to do better. It is now past 8:30, and I need to be respectful of staff and all the wonderful people that are here. We will stay, staff will stay later, those of us that can. If you have any more things you want to share with us, you want to talk to us about, I will be here till the last person leaves, much to the chagrin of the safety people, because they also want to go home. But please, thank you so much for your voice, for your time, and for being here. And with that, take the food, and I'm going to hand it over to Bev. Are you?
That was my last thing. You all be safe heading home. Be with each other. There is extra food, as Ben said. Please take that with you. It'll be good nourishment for you. We appreciate you so much. Have a good night. My mics are off. Okay.